Sorry.
Raphael.
I mean, honestly.
We can do this.
Come on, Raphael. Keep it down.
That's terrible. Back here with Fireman Three Houses, our Verdant assassins. Things be sad, Gerald be dead. He died like a true knight. And now we have to listen to his voice. Part whatever White Cloud. Oh, right, we're gonna skip these because they're the same in White Clouds. Sorry, we don't have to listen to you, Gerald. Gerald, we're in the middle of something. If you could just save your poetry for another time, please. Thanks. I get that the winds will crest down golden hills as the trees give up their last leaves of the autumn, and the children will play on the beaches, poking each other with seashells. But I need to collect my money for this month, so just save all that. Thanks. Cheers. What do you want? I had a wicked New Year's party last night. Oh, we're reading the diary again.
Year 1157. Clear skies. I picked some flowers for her and returned home.
So this is like, ugh, can we get to the good part already?
Joy on her face at the sight of these flowers will be even more beautiful than the flowers themselves. Yeesh, that is enough. His entries from before your birth are full of such romantic blatherings as that.
Don't worry, Sothis. Someday you'll meet someone that you care about, even remotely.
Oh, it must be deeply moving you to hear such things, but now is not the time for whimsy. Someone is here.
There's never a time that isn't the time for whimsy, Sothis. Every time is the time for whimsy.
For them to see you in this state, so pull yourself together.
Maybe I do, you know? Maybe it would be good if they saw the real me for a change.
I thought I might find you here, Teach.
Hey, Claude.
Not the type to wallow in solitude, huh? That's a relief, let me tell you.
What you mean? That's exactly what I'm doing here, wallowing in solitude. Unless you know about the god in my head.
So, what were you reading? Is that Gerald's?
Love letter. Diary.
So it is. Hey, maybe this has some entries from when Gerald left the monastery.
It does. Apparently there was a fire.
Is that so? He was the captain of the knights, but something made him leave the monastery in a hurry. If it has something to do with your birth, knowing what happened may get us closer to knowing what secrets the church is hiding.
That's a good point.
Teach, would you mind letting me read that diary?
Hey, go ahead.
I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me to borrow it.
Sure. Hey, look, if something good can come of Gerald's death, which is that you get a little ahead on your little quest for peace and all that, this pleases me greatly. You may borrow it.
I'm forever in your debt, Teach. If you'd refused, I would have had to sneak in here in the dead of night. I wasn't looking forward to the prospect.
What a hilarious joke to make to someone who is bereaved.
Anyhow, let me fill you in on what's been going on lately, and not just as thanks for pointing me to that diary. HEYA dispatched the knights to various locations in a frantic search for the enemy. There's a rumor that she's already secured some information. Something big is going to happen soon. That has me wondering.
Bigger, anyway, than Gerald's
If you
death.
find out where the enemy is, what will you do about it?
I wonder.
If you ask, No, scratch that. All of us students would gladly lend a hand, even if that means going against HEYA's wishes. Don't forget it.
Well, I could have told you that. Going with HEYA's wishes has never been your favorite thing.
Now go. Everyone's worried about you. You'd better show them you're in good spirits.
Thanks, Claude.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you
They're having this discussion like a week
then
later.
The mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
Said no one ever. That guy's insufferable.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind.
Yeah, not when you talk like that.
Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. all for a purpose.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the greatest defense when you did it against old Flame Impy's will there. Oh man, the Garthans just really have like no charisma whatsoever. I mean, like, to say nothing of their charisma stat, they just don't. They don't read the room well at all. Everyone, I love all the villains and the heroes just all find them like, you don't make any sense. You're just insufferable. Which is kind of hilarious because they actually do have some, like, one or two good points among them. Just they choose to focus on like the weird experiments they did to get this far. Leonie would like to speak to me. Now is a superb time. Don't come in here.
Got a minute?
I've got an hour.
Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper.
When? When I sent you to go after that demonic beast twice in a row and got you killed and burned a pulse on it? Yeah, no, that was uncool of me. You were right to reprimand me there.
I was rude to you. I should have known better.
It's alright.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
And my handwriting's pretty? How do you know my father?
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not?
Well, the thing about that, actually, I was going to try and make a joke there, but that is interesting. because I was thinking the other day, I just suddenly had a thought to myself, like, why don't Balthus and Leonie know each other if Gerald met Leonie when Balthus was young? I don't remember.
Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I was just fending for myself in the
Gerald's
woods.
job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing.
Yeah, for all his not healing when things are bad tendencies, he had some good stats on him.
I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice.
And I imagine he basically didn't have anything to say that. He was just kind of like, all right, hold my flask.
He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me.
I'm glad you got to see him again.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary.
I mean, you were pretty top tier when you met him this time. I think he would have been really impressed by the number of crits you threw
I'm
out
just glad
in
I
that
got
fight.
to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent
Glad to
my
hear it.
whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do.
I'm sure he would have been more proud for you for making your own decisions.
That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along, and it's like you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all.
Oh, God, okay.
How lucky you were to have him around your whole life.
We're back to this.
Oh, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
I got it. Hey, well, at least you got that out of your system. I mean, we got closer to the heart of the matter there, which I guess is good, even if my feelings were hurt. Ingrid, tea time! I'm sorry if it tastes salty. Sorry, I'm almonds.
Thank you for inviting me.
Eat some almonds.
Thank you.
We have so many cookies. If we can get our bond up here, we'll be one step closer to getting you to the max rank. Or well, to rank B anyway, which will be easier to recruit you if I am not good with your skills and stats. I reckon, with all the skill increases we've got lately, we've got to at least be a bit close to one more recruit. I think we still have enough time to, if we really spend a lot of our resources on it, to make a recruit, do a clean sweep and recruit everyone in this run. I think it's still possible. It just will be a little difficult. We'll have to spend a lot of our resources we'd rather spend on like buffing our people and getting my skills up in the stuff I actually want and stuff, on getting bond up with people outside our house and stuff. Anyway, let's chat. Working together, school uniforms, shareable snacks. An easy one. Dining partners, perfect recipe. She's not really into cooking. Dining partners.
Yes.
Yes, our first meeting. That day, that happened that I totally remember. School days, children in the market, food and dining hall. Wow, they're really making this. They're just like, did you know she likes food?
My father and brother used to yell at me for spending so much time with my horse.
That's really weird and upsetting. Why didn't they nurture your passions? None of these are normal. It's fine. You can spend as much time with your horse as you want. Good job for you for standing strong. Was I supposed to admonish her? Yell at her like her father and brother did? Oh no.
Thank
Well,
you
it could
for
have
the
gone worse.
treat. I had such a great time.
Nice to hear. Old secret roster in my pocket really helps me know what you would and wouldn't like, so there you go. We both got a charisma bump from that. Swankalicious. Oh. Hoppy sad. Sad Hoppy. We have supports. The only one we have is myself and Claude. I suppose that one probably has to wait until you're at a certain juncture, much like Leonie's, which is probably why that's like that. Well, this will be really interesting because I've never done this chapter. Well, obviously I haven't done a full run at all with the DLC characters unlocked. So I wonder how they, because one of the really interesting things about this part of the game is seeing how differently everyone responds to Gerald's death and tries to console Poppy or just tell them to suck it up. So I'm curious to see how the wolves do that. Anything we want to do certifications here? I did say at some point that I kind of I had the idea of making myself a mage just while we're at the monastery to bump my magic so that I can recruit people, but I don't have enough reason for any of it. I have enough reason for monk, but that doesn't even give you magic, does it? Yeah, so why bother? Oh, well, I suppose if I got monk, it probably gives you like a bit extra skill growth, right? In reason and faith. So if I just stayed monk for as long as I was at the monastery and like teaching myself reason, it would be such a marginal increase. Yeah, it's probably not really worth investing in. Do have a lot of people very close to level 20 now, though. We actually got more levels out of that than I thought. Right, personally, we get 4 free days in this one. It's been a while since we had one before, so we get 2 explore monasteries and 2 battle days is probably how I'm going to divvy it up. Is usually how I do it. The question is, because I don't remember, do I usually do both battles in the middle, or do I usually go monastery, battle? I guess that makes more sense, doesn't it? Well, either way, point is, first thing here is monastery. Although I am curious, do we have any new paralogs shown up? Dividing the world, this is new. Almiran forces are attacking Fodlan's Locket. With her brother suddenly fallen ill, it's up to Hilda to take over the defense. Cyril volunteers to accompany her. Interesting, this is unavailable until month 5. Which is definitely have to wait for, because it suggests level's 23. So that means you can do this one before and after the thing that happens in a few missions. I did not realize that. That's cool. So we have until the end of next in-game month to do this one. So I'm probably going to leave this one for like last because I want to be as powerful as possible. As for the ones that are only available to the end of next month, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the ones that I really wanted to do were the 3 DLC ones. These. And I wanted to retry Sword and Shield of Saros, and I said we don't really care as much about these 2 because this one gets you a staff, I'm pretty sure. Maybe a nice spear as well. And probably a decent battalion, but I'm not as fussed about it. This one just will be hard to do to keep Manuela safe when we don't get healing spells. So we're really only going to be doing these 4 before then. So we have, and if we are going to be having 2 battle points for the, well, it's either going to be 3 battle days or 4 battle days, depending on how many free days you get next month. We have something like 6 to 8 battles left before these all expire. So somewhere from 6 to 8 battles with to do 4 battles works for me. Planish all our battalions here. Can't wait to buy a bunch of materials because I have sorely been neglecting it. Let's explore. Ding, 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 dong. Did I use any of this DLC? Okay, I didn't use any of the DLC supplies yet. Right, okay. I was pretty sure I hadn't, but then I was like, did I? And I couldn't remember. I'd like to keep it that way if it could be helped. Oh, so this. Yeah, hi.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Well, I'm glad you changed your tune. Thank you.
While it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that, go on and let it out. I am here.
There are like 5 or 6 other people higher up on my list of people I'd be okay crying with alone, but sure, okay. Thanks, Sothis. That means a lot to me or something. Is it a new DLC quest we have going on over here? Golly heckish. Golly heckish. Your hair is exceedingly orange. Oh my god. Sorry, what I meant was, I hope you're doing alright. The loss of Geralt affects us all, not just me. I fear there's more suffering ahead. Well, good to see someone's got their optimist shoes on. What is this? A snail! Guys, it's all better. I found a snail. Linhart, do you have any books on overcoming sadness? How many activity points do we get? 7? Get in. We're just gonna bump all our skills. I guess Geralt won't be able to bump ours anymore. Ah, Dorothea, with her collection of antique bottles? Oh, look at all the little bangles she has on her desk. And is that a picnic basket? What for? Wow, she has a lot of different bangles. That all look actually rather the same. I have to wonder what's with the chair facing the bed, though. Has she been inviting people to watch her sleep? Or inviting people to her room to watch them sleep? Well, I guess if you had a guest over, you would just sit on the bed and talk to them while they were on the chair. Fair enough. Are you alright, Professor? No, I've been better, I gotta be honest. What did I miss? Everyone looks so glum. Oh, nothing. Hey, to do. It's a shame.
It is a shame what happened to Gerald. I am sorry. There are no words.
Hey, those are good words
Leave
enough.
some flowers on his grave for me.
I'll try. Will these ones do? Basket of berries. A basket heaped with wild berries. I've never heard this one before. It probably belongs to someone who is nostalgic for the flavors of the forest. Huh? It must be a wolf because I've never heard that one before, I'm pretty sure. Is the hidden village of Timotheus in the forest? What about House Nouvelle's estate? Or House Albret? Are there forests in western Fodlan? I guess I'll just try all of them. The crops are doing quite well lately. That's what I like to hear. Let's get more of that. What's it called again? Ambrosia! We haven't missed a single one lately, have we? Oh god, it's been so long that I forget which ones do it. Hang on, I'm gonna look it up. I think it's Root and Eastern, but I forget. They are the ones we have the most of, so that makes no sense. Slash, I shouldn't do it just yet, because there is a slim possibility that I'll get up a professor level before this day is out, and we're gonna want to do it with more slots. Root and Eastern, yes. Actually, how close am I to the next professor level? Because that may not be a realistic goal for the this. I'm in B, and I don't. It's either A or B plus that you get the next slot at. Probably A, but just in case I get up to B plus, so I'll not do that just yet. I better not forget. Let us actually also not forget to give that to Happy right away. I'll also take this time to get rid of a bunch of the messed up gear we've got here, because we've got enough money to buy some better gear. In most cases. Perhaps even renown. Oh, I still haven't decided to give the Shoes of the Wind to. Yeah, that's something I want to think about. I'll probably wait till we're all Assassin, because at that point I'll have a better idea of where our movement speeds are going to be for the rest of the game, and I'll have a better idea of, like, now that we're here, who do I actually need to get more speed? So I'll hang on to those for a bit. But here, my love, you can have your Ambrosia, which brings you up to 14 defense! Yay! Finally getting ahead of this Assassin minimum. And why not? Let's go do the Claude support while we've got a minute here. Oh, sorry, I totally just walked right by this. A lovely comb! Sounds maybe like Dorothea.
Hello there.
I don't remember hanging around here last month, though.
Captain Gerald's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't. I can't believe.
None of us can. I didn't even look through her purple veil belonged to. It probably belongs to someone who likes fashion in the church. Manuel, I guess. You did seem a bit more chipper a moment ago when you were all, I'm glad we actually got a chance to reunite, but I guess, emotions are hard. They come in waves and it's weird. Basket of berries is for someone from the Wolves. Lovely comments from the Beagles, so I think it seems like I was right in my guesses. Take it easy, Leonie. You've been amazing as an MVP recently, if that's any consolation. Lots of free fish. Someone come and fish out there today. I'm thinking we might even buy the fish things and then just save it up for another Fistfuls of Fish Day, because the sheer amount of money we got from getting a bunch of golden fish on Fistfuls of Fish Day is such that we should definitely save up bait for that. Ooh, or maybe go for the Fish of Mystery Day. Yeah, let's save our bait for that. Hopefully I remember. Some notes on my journal about this, actually, because I will not remember. What other events are going on in this month? There's a bunch of stuff happening here. So we definitely want to plant the stuff. Oh, okay. Well, obviously we want to plant every time we're in this. Every time we're at the monastery. There's a meal thing going on here. Inter-house reception, which does what? Affects our enhancement dining with students from another house. Yeah, whatever. It's not as good as Fish and Mystery, probably. Hey, Ingrid.
I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these.
That's okay. Saying that tells me that you're thinking hard about it, which is enough.
Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now.
Well, I wish the world would stop moving for me, but I'm afraid I do still have to go out and kill some people for experience. But other than that, I will try to take it easy.
Losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
You want a carp. I understand how it is. Unfortunately, I can't give it to you because it's a quest item. Thanks, Ingrid. Gatekeeper, how you holding up?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Thank you for all you have done for us.
Oh, he looks so sad.
Nothing to report today.
Poor Gatekeeper. Hang in there, buddy. This is that... Oh, this is a Galatea Brown. The cats move around each day, right? It was the Hresvelgian Whisker that, like, ate 300 cabbages that one time, right? I think so. Hey, any chance I could get those arcane crystals back? It was an accident selling them to you. My dad just died. Does that earn me any points at your store? Whatever, I'll just buy all your bait. And I think we ought to buy some smithing, max smithing stones as well. Is that to cost 9,000? Maybe not max. Let's buy like 50. 49 because we already got one. Black sand steel. Let's get 10. Oh, that's 3,000. Doing it. We probably do want to buy all the gifts that we can get as well. Yeah, I'll buy them. I mean, they restock by the month, so we can always get them next monster as well, but it probably is good that we get as much progress done on supports and stuff every day. Oh, do I have any junk that I don't need that I can, like extra meat and stuff that I can sell off? Oh, the meat's harder to come by, but vegetables and stuff, let's bring us down to 3 on each of them, where we can help it. Oh, I should be giving these for renown. Don't be stupid, don't be stupid. The renown is much more valuable. Fish is the only thing that actually gives you any real serious money. You have a lot of wood steel. And a fair bit of umbral steel now, actually, as well. Where the hell did we get all that? We actually had like 1. Did we really smash that many barriers? Right, I'm just gonna do some quick inventory management here. Actually, by the way, Armor, are you selling steel swords infinitely yet? No, just by the 3s still. Your training bow fixed Lorenz. You got a training bow not plus. What's up with that, Iggy? What have I done? Why have I given you this? What is me? Take this near broken one, and I'll fix it up for you. That's it. You could probably do with that being at max, couldn't you, for soul blades? Ditto for you, Marianne. You can have that fixed up, Hilda. Feels like it's been an eternity since we were back at base and able to fix all this. You're probably gonna be alright with that, Leonie. We could do with a few more killing edges and stuff, don't you know? You're probably gonna be alright with... Nah, repair that one. What am I doing here? Doesn't cost that much. Leonie grabbed this killing edge. Petra... I want Petra with one as well. Who else did there were 2 people who had killing edges, right? I thought it was Leonie and... Well, I'm forgetting now, but let's see if we can forge those into... I guess we can't forge them into Woe Daos yet, can we? No, we need to be at B+ or higher. Oh, we might actually get that today, so let's hang on to this in case we get that far, because Woe Dao is nice. Oh, but Woe Dao is B in sword? Ah, man. Well, we'll think about it. That'll be a later thing, I guess. Almond blend, lovely. I just had one of those. Oh, I'm out of money, damn. That said, though, are there any ones here that we are interested in? Not frothing at the mouth, anyway. Hey, you look sad. Are you sad? I look sad? Well, that's so good. That's very good news. I look the emotion that I am now. This is very marvelous. The rain finally stopped. Why are you just standing guard in front of the Knights barracks? Noseless puppet, that'll be Gilbert's.
Believable.
Hi, Anna. What are you doing up here?
Gerald passed away. My deepest condolences.
No problem.
I knew him long before I ever even met you.
Is that right?
It was always so much fun to be around.
You mean to say he bought a lot of stuff? Interesting, she hasn't changed her dialogue in like 9 months.
I trained with Gerald just the other day. Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
Most people don't, I wouldn't say. How's it going? Well, well, my friend. I could tell you. But then I'd have to cry on your shoulder.
Do you have time for a request?
The Adrestian Empire's Imperial Guard is looking for someone to train with. They're said to be the cream of the crop, but I'm certain you can hold your own. Even with tears in your eyes. Sure, that sounds like fun. We're going to be doing some training battles anywho. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Professor. Sorry, it's not worth that level of turmoil. Hey, Claude. That was a great time. I'm not going through anything.
Do you believe in gods?
Hello, Claude. I'm afraid I have no choice now.
I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Seros religion, just gods in general. Do you believe that incredible beings who control the fates of all really exist?
I see Hoppy would, because he has one in his head. I do.
Huh. That's not the answer I was expecting. Though, honestly, I've recently become a bit of a believer myself. I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself. I still believe that. You can't win a war by leaving your fate in the hands of a god. Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and planning?
Just give me a minute to turn the lights on. Since his light's out of battery. That helped marginally.
Of course, miracles can happen. And by that, I mean things that are completely outside of your control. Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example.
Oh, Claude, I'm touched. Flirting like this is helping me get over my father's death. It really is. What do you mean?
You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that.
Your fashion sense is like out of this world, man.
You wield the sword of the Creator, You're a tactical genius, and you have
Yeah.
this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with.
Nah.
Before I met you, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in my life has quickly become invaluable.
There are people like that in real life.
In fact,
I suppose.
it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help. Because of that, I can't believe for a second that our meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate. Maybe it was a miracle. Or maybe some god empathized with me in my dreams.
Some god?
Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fodlan, though I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about. People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over the mountains. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fodlan's borders.
Why would they? Why would the gods have any idea what borders were?
Who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that, that's the sort of god I think I could believe in.
Maybe I'm with you there. I think I understand.
Careful, Teach. You'll anger the followers of Saros if you say things like that.
They're pretty angry at me already. I don't think I can do much worse. Apparently, Claude, what I've heard is that teacher-student relationships are unacceptable or something like that. So yeah, they're not going to stop being angry at me anytime soon.
I'm just speaking my mind, that's all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want.
That I can agree with wholeheartedly without any thought. Of course they should.
A god, and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be.
It's like half the point of religion is to give yourself something to, an ideal to strive towards.
Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit.
You have. It doesn't matter.
I knew you'd understand. In any case, let's keep this conversation between the two of us, yeah?
Probably wise. We shouldn't really be having it in the middle of the chapel, should we? This is like the worst place to have this discussion, but I'm glad we see eye to eye on that point. Hey, Bernie Bear.
Professor, I brought some flowers for Gerald.
That's very sweet. Are they the kind that eat flies so that he doesn't get flies on his grave? Thank you.
It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away.
That's not even slightly true. In fact, I heard you recently punched a dragon to death with your bare hands or with knives strapped to them or something.
Anyway, I'll go lay them out.
Thanks. You're the best. Linny.
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all.
Fair enough.
What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former.
I love that line. Is that a line from something else? I somehow feel like it is. Like it's a famous quote or something like that. I guess maybe it's just a common turn of phrase. That's brilliant.
Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so... There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
Well, why would we assume that? Is this your balance scale? Someone in need of accuracy? What? I don't feel like I've ever heard that one either. Is that also a wolf? No, it's someone from the church. I guess that would be... Oh, maybe that would be Anna, since I've never heard it before. I wonder if the sad music here still plays in the Abyss as well. We should check that in a minute. Hey, Lysithia.
I'm sure you will pull through this, because you're so strong, Professor.
Raphael's
Best
stronger.
to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times.
Thank you.
We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor.
Thank you, that means a lot, Leonie. Not being lost would be good. Thank you for shoving me into this board game piece. I wouldn't have found it otherwise. Are you telling off this child? Oh no, you're trying to probably console them and explain to them what death is. Sorry. I won't interrupt, that sounds important. Weather to cloak, battles enemies outdoors, that sounds like Catherine, right?
The other night, I had the honor of sharing a drink with Gerald. He was pretty tactless, honestly. He could be blunt at times.
He was.
He always looked like such a proud, happy father whenever he spoke of you.
That's very sweet, thank you. God, there are a lot of people saying a lot of things to me today. Oh, why not? Let's head to the Abyss now, why don't we? Oh, I didn't see her have this quest. Oh, these are quests I already have active. Oh, I see, sorry. So there isn't a new quest in the training grounds, it's just this one. I was just seeing this one. Ooh. We can get longbows. Yeah. What's with the golden spot over here? Doesn't seem to relate to any of the quests we have. It looks like it was in Gerald's room, but... Oh, hi, what's this? Feather, sweet.
Huh?
To the Abyss with us. Or just Abyss, sorry. Let's see who we can talk to down here, and then we'll call that an episode, I think. We'll split this into multiple monastery days. Since we're recruiting everyone, I guess there'll still be a lot of people to talk to at the... after the big story thing that's happening soon. Oh, look for Jolt's belongings in the quarters. Right, okay. Forgot I had that as a quest. Maybe now isn't the time. Oh, the night music's still at the Forgotten down here. That's nice, at least.
Up. I've got something to report.
About your friend, maybe?
Maybe now isn't the time. You seem down. Got something on your mind?
Don't worry about it, just tell me.
I hope you know I'm here for you. If you ever have your own stuff to report. That's what friends are for. Unless it's about money, in which case, I'm busy.
Got it. No problem. If you have your own stuff to report. It's brilliant. Who's in the library? Is it the mage again? No, it's this person.
Gerald's been killed? I can't believe it. From all I'd heard about the man, I thought he was indestructible. He was so strong. What could have possibly... forgive me. I shouldn't speculate.
That's alright. It was a knife. Shadow Library. Alright, it's time for you to evaluate me and my skills. Tread lightly, because I'm grieving.
Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth.
That's more like it.
Now let me see. Marvelous. This one should be proud of their growth.
That's more like it as well. Howdy.
This month feels different, doesn't it? Garrick Mock's all tense, like the whole place might explode.
It does feel a bit like that, doesn't it?
I've kept to myself all these years.
So that when it explodes, you'll be safe when you're hiding in your underground bunker.
About to happen.
Probably the right move. What is your name? Oh, Resident. I thought it said Resultant. Oh my god. Are we sure this isn't like some kind of spectral entity from another world? They've been doing this for like an inhuman amount of time. Oh, that's their shadow. I thought there was just a pool of blood gathering under them for a sec. And I was like, you really need a doctor. Oh, I still can't wait to see what the fortune teller room does, but I imagine it's one of these two. Balthus and Constance, what's going on?
Hey, pal. I see you're up and at 'em again, yeah? Good on you. No use crying over the past and all.
Balthus, have some sensitivity. Who knows what the poor dear is going through right now?
No one will if you don't let me speak, either of you.
Hear you know. Talking about someone like they're not there. How cold can you get?
A fair point. Please, Professor.
Don't fall for that. He was being... You're not the one in the wrong there, Constance.
The first step to healing is a hefty dose of revenge. Get out there and get to it.
You guys are not nailing this, I gotta say. But I like the energy. Oh, do either of you like baskets of berries? Oh yeah, actually didn't Constance say something about always eating berries in the woods? Damn it. I guess it's Happy's. One of the two, I remember they had some conversation about eating berries in the woods or something. Like going on a picnic together and just stuffing their face full of fruits. A yoink! What kind of garbage is there today in Ironlands? A rusted sword. Oh, shucks, that's kind of lame. Is that at least a good sword? Is it maybe one of the famous, like the Mercius or whatever? How do you spell rusted? It's with an R. Okay, it can be forged into an iron sword. No thanks. And you two, still at it, I see. I don't know what you're doing, but good luck. Yuri, how goes it?
Gerald raised you, yeah? It was all you had. You must be feeling a lot right now.
Well, I've got you guys now as well.
When a parent dies, it really leaves a mark. So feel what you need to, no matter how that looks.
Is this your way of telling me my makeup is running? Your mom's still kicking, though, yeah?
Your inner fire will keep you moving ahead through even the hardest times.
And I suppose your father would not have been someone who was sticking around if your mother was a prostitute. Assuming the father was one of her clients. But just while I'm here, is this your basket of berries? Okay, someone's hanging out by the pagan altar over here. I wonder who it could be. I mean, maybe it's Happy. They're probably, well, most of the wolves are the ones who come down here from our party. And indeed it is. HEYA. It seems like you're having a hard time, but the call-out dialogue was HEYA. Let's see what we can, if there's anything worth offering here before we chat with Happy. I guess we can offer a few of these seeds. We don't need quite that number, do we? How much does Wheat Steel give for? Ooh, 20. Yeah, we're not going to use that many brave weapons, are we? Let's throw 7 in there. Throw a bunch of fish in there as well. I've got 5 of a lot of fish that I feel like is not necessary. Let's bring ourselves down to 3. Probably going to regret that in a bit when I suddenly need them for important meals. But, yes, and also all the produce we have. Take these onions, God. We don't really need all these Morphus seeds. The staff that we have doesn't actually deal extra magic damage. So this one would be a good thing for us to have at some juncture. But it's a lot of renown for that. So I won't fuss about it now. For a weight of 4, Protection 1 and Resilience 2 isn't actually that good, I wouldn't have said. Hexlock Shield, now that's something a bit better. Weight of 5 for Protection 2, Resilience 5. I digs that. Interesting that they're both equal renown, but I guess it's because it's a limited stock, so it's not like you could buy more of one. And it would be nice to have some more Levin swords, especially as I've broken these ones, but there will be more arcane crystals at some point. Probably should get at least one. Well, Happy's has got a bit more in it. 20, it's still got 20 hits. No, that's fine. It's just that we don't have, and Marianne has Soul Blade anyway, so it's not like it's a disaster there. Happy.
Hey, it seems like you're having a hard time. Not that I can really understand what you're going through. I know that this is painful, but don't lose hope for the future, okay?
Thank you, Happy.
Someday you'll be able to accept what's happened. And in the meantime, you have plenty of friends here to support you. Me included.
I'm so happy to hear that. I hope your ambrosia tasted good. Is this your basket of berries? Should I wait until we spend that motivation for her? Yes, probably, actually. Sorry, I'm gonna hang on to this for a bit. Don't worry about why. Such a funky theme. Well, my dearest friends, that is all the time we have for this episode here, but Hoppy's going through it, but his friends are there to support him, see? Everyone's being real good friends to him. We have a buttload of activity points still to spend next time, and we're going to be saving all that bait for the next Monastery Day. This is going to be a very productive month in Hoppy's mental health journey, but also in our actual stats and like abilities and levels and stuff. I feel like we're going to be absolutely at level 20 by the end of this month. Everyone will be get up to Assassin that we have enough money to buy seals for anyway. And we're probably going to recruit a bunch of people, get a bunch more perma buffs, get a bunch more money, better weapons. I think this is going to be an extremely, extremely useful and productive month. My recollection was usually that, especially because you're usually hitting level 20 around this point, this is like the month at which you start getting really overpowered. Until the big story event that's upcoming, the next few story missions, I usually seem to remember them being quite easy because of how powerful everyone gets at this point. I have really been liking our dodge chances being really high due to everyone's good speed in this run. Because usually in Maddening, it's like, unless you are at like a strong type advantage, like you've got like Axebreaker or something, there's no dodging enemy attacks unless you're like a dodge specific class. So since we're all a dodge specific class, we actually all have decent chances of dodging a lot of things. So it's quite cool. Next week on the channel is going to be some more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That is all for now, my friends. Thank you so very much for coming. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's going to be out of here now. Peace! Oh, this is actually going to work now. I didn't realize how busted good these large charges were. Oi! Come back! Look over here! Hey, turn around! My dragon! Zelda! Alright, look, granted, I wasn't always the best at point of night. I had some off days. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best.